Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Wake Up Flow. A little bit something different this week. We're going to do a five elements series, both early morning today and at our member flow at 11 o'clock. The early morning one, we'll just go through the five elements with a single form for each because our time is fairly short. On the flow at 11 o'clock today, we will add our Zhanzhuang postures to each one of the elements. So we'll have a flow for the yin meridian. We would normally kind of approach the five elements in seasonal and the cycle of the seasons. Today we're going to cycle through in the seasonal order, but we're going to focus them on organ meridians instead of associating them necessarily with the seasons. We'll begin with metal, work our way through water, wood, fire, and earth, and one form for each. The forms are fairly simple, a little bit nuanced once we begin spinning balls around, but just follow along as best you can. But first, a bit of warm-up. So, feet and butt shoulder width apart, knees soft and bouncy, upper torso erect but relaxed. And then let's just begin to turn the upper torso from side to side. Arms will just kind of come along for the ride. Just a little gentle turn of the spine. Especially if you're doing this early in the morning, it is important to get a little bit of warm-up in before we jump right into forms. Forms themselves are gentle movements, but we never want to push anything to the point of pain. And always a good idea to get the body temp up just a little bit, get a little fluid moving in the joints, and just kind of settle in and focus on what's going on in our body for the next 15 minutes. And again, up the intensity of this just a bit, gradually working your way up to a little bit bigger turn of the spine, and taking the hands into loose fists. And let's begin tapping. Tapping on the lower belly and lower back. It's our body's energy center. We call our lower dantian. We do a lot of tapping and Qigong. Tapping itself has become a discipline all by itself. Heard of a couple of different tapping disciplines. In particular, EFT is popular in the West. They all work sort of the same way, taking key acupressure points along the meridians. If you're not familiar with that term, don't worry. Not necessary to benefit from what we do, but the meridians are lines of acupressure points where the energy flows in the body. We call it the Qi. Now let's move that front hand up the body a bit. And chest and the shoulder meet. There's a little valley there. And let's begin to more consciously shift the weight from side to side. As you do that, get it to the point where we're rolling from the inside to the outside of each foot. A little extra strength and flexibility work for the feet and ankles. And let's begin to deepen out the breath. We want to be breathing in through the nose if we're able to do that. Out breath can be either through the mouth or the nose. In a lot of our gentler practices, nasal breathing will work quite well. Friday this week too, we're doing very energetic set called the 12 Rivers. That's one where it can feel a little bit more like exercise. But for the gentle practices, the more you can breathe through your nose, the better. And let's come back down to the belly. Still rolling from side to side. And then float the hands all the way off the body into a reach. So from tapping to reaching. And now as we turn, let the momentum of that arm swing lift the trailing heel off the floor as we work the length of the foot. In addition to the natural benefit to proprioception that we get with Qigong and Tai Chi, I like to do a little extra physical work on the feet and ankles very purposefully. Those of us who are getting up there in years, we know that falling risk is something that we need to keep top of mind, because a fall can lead to fairly dire consequences. Yeah, let's begin to shrink this down. I'm going to take that breath and connect the body movement to it, harmonizing body and breath. Let's do that with a little silk reeling. It's a real simple form of it. Take one palm up forward, facing the ceiling. As you breathe in, draw the hand back, spiral it in the back, and then as you breathe out, let the back of the hand float to the front. Breathing in and breathing out. Drawing that breath deep into the belly. For some, this may be the hardest part, slowing the body down to match the breath. And let's get ready to go to the other side. Breathing in as we withdraw the hand. Spiral it in the back, breathing out as we sweep it forward. As we come into the elements practice today, if that is not familiar to you, it's a very rich understanding in traditional Chinese medicine and in Eastern philosophy. Things in harmony with the natural world. Probably the simplest way to think about 5 elements to the Western mind might be the interconnectedness of things and the cyclic nature of things. We're going to start with the element metal today, which relates to the season of autumn in the body, related to the lungs and the large intestine. Let's take one more of these back. And then just let the hand relax back to your side. You take the feet out just a little bit wider than hips. And this one's called the crane soars. So breathing in, arms rise on the side. Turn the palms up, put your thumb and forefinger together. Breathe out as you bring them forward. Breathe in again, expand back out, and relax the hands. Turn the palms to the floor, let them float down. Breathing in, turn the hands over, connect the fingers. Breathe out, bring them forward. Breathe in, expand, turn the hands back over, relax, breathe out. This repeats. more. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. And just settle back in. Let your hands come together and place them over the lower belly. And we'll just take a couple of breaths here. You can step back into our more neutral posture, feet about hips width apart. And then let your hands relax. Move on to water, the element of winter, bladder and kidney meridians. Take one hand, just place it behind your back. The other hand, shift your weight over to one side, and then scooping, like you're scooping up water. As you come up, look directly at the palm, then turn the palm to the outside, and paint across the front. Let's add the breath. Breathing in as we scoop. Breathing out, paint across. Keep that forward fold as you scoop inside of your comfort zone. Let's take one more with this hand. And let that one go away. The other hand comes out to play. Scoop. Look at the palm. Turn the hand away. Paint across the sky. Breathing in. Scoop. Let's take one more. Scoop. And paint across the sky. And then let both hands just relax back to your side. And we'll pause again. Hand over hand. Goes over your lower belly or lower dantian. And close your eyes. Just take a few breaths here. Water, the element of winter. And we move on to wood, the element of spring. The stomach and the spleen. Release the hands back to the side. Bring your eyes back open. Both hands come up in front, palms up. Turn one hand forward. Draw the other hand back. Now, breathing in. The hands switch places 2 times. Breathing out for 2 switches. In, keep breathing in, breathe out, keep breathing out. Each phase of the breath represents 2 switches, hands. As we push one, pull the other. Let's take a couple more. And the out breath. relax back down. Pause again before moving on to summer, the element fire. A little more going on with fire. They're related to the heart and small intestine meridians, as well as two other meridian systems in the body that we call the heart helpers, pericardium and the triple burner. And relax the hands. Let your arms float out on the side. Come back in. And let's capture a great big ball. Now, in the direction that your top elbow is pointing, we're going to turn that direction. We get turned. Just turn both hands out. Push. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Breathe in. Roll the ball. The other hand floats to the top, turning to the other side, and push. Rolling the ball as we turn. Push. Breathing in as we roll the ball, turning across. Breathing out as we press. Most of the turn is in the upper torso. Let's take one more on each side. Roll the ball, turn the body, press. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in as you come back to the center. Now take that big ball and spin it. The palms flatten and float down. And before finishing up with earth, let's go ahead and drop back to our neutral starting position, hand over hand, over the lower belly. Close your eyes. Take a few breaths. Last element in the cycle is earth, the gallbladder and the liver. Earth represents an extra season in Eastern philosophy, a period of time between the end of summer and the beginning of normal autumn. You might think of it in the West, at least in the upper Midwest, where I am, we have this thing we call Indian summer, where summer is sort of passed by and you begin to feel a little bit like fall. And we have a week or so of all of a sudden it feels like summer again. A late summer. Relax the hands back to the sides. Bring the hands up, holding a small ball in front. Now spin that ball so one hand's top, one hand's bottom. We're going to turn in the direction that our top fingers are pointing. And let that top hand float out like we're wiping across a table. Catch the ball again. The other hand is now on top. Turn. Float across. Let's add the breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. This is the last of the forms today. We're a little beyond our time, but that's okay. Let's take one more with each hand. Across. This will be our last one. Breathing in and breathing out. Recapture the ball. Again, spin it, flatten the palms, and let them float down. And we close. Breathing in, hands rise overhead. Turn the palms to the floor, press the palms. Let's do that one more time. As we breathe out and the hands float down, let the hands just come back together without lower dantian. Step in just a little narrower, close your eyes, and let's finish with 3 deep breaths. Make that third breath a nice deep one. And as you release that breath, go ahead and release your hands back to the sides, open your eyes, everything will shake. And thanks for joining me for the Wake Up Flow. Have a great Monday. Namaste.